Good morning. Today we are going to talk about equilibrium analysis in economics. Using mathematical notation. So first of all, what's meant by equilibrium? Equilibrium is a situation with no tendency to change. Equilibrium can be desirable or undesirable. But mainly we are concerned with the desirable one, not the undesirable. Desirable such as equilibrium in goods and services markets, which is achieved from demand and supply. So it's equilibrium when demand and supply are equal to each other. This is desirable equilibrium. Or the profit maximizing condition when marginal revenue equals marginal cost. This is a desirable equilibrium as well. What about the undesirable one? If we are going to achieve equilibrium in the economy but with high unemployment rates, especially during the recession, it is equilibrium but undesirable. So we are concerned with desirable or ideal states equilibrium. Mainly we are going to focus in this part about the partial market equilibrium or equilibrium in an isolation, which means that we are going to keep all other factors constant. So as an initial condition, we are going to start with partial equilibrium or equilibrium while keeping all other factors constant. So our main variables that will be included in this partial equilibrium condition are prices, quantity supplied, and the quantity demanded. So these are known as variables. We have to build a system of equations. An equation that represents quantity demanded or the demand side, and an equation for the supply side, and then a differential equation to identify the equilibrium condition. So we can write QD as a function of price, and it can be written as QD equals A minus PP. This is equation number 1. Equation number 2, QS equals negative C plus DP. And this is equation number 2. Equation number 3, which is definitional 1, that QD equals QS. We are going to substitute using equations 2 and 1 in equation number 3 in order to find the equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. So we can write it as QD equals QS, A minus PP equals negative C plus DP. Now we are going to collect the intercepts together and B's together. So it is A plus C equals DP plus PP. So we can take P as a common factor. A plus C equals B plus D B. So equilibrium price can be found as A plus P divided by B plus D. So this is the equilibrium price. This can be illustrated graphical as this is quantity and this is the price. The intercept for equation QD for the demand equation is A. So if price equals 0, quantity demanded will be A. So this is the demand function. And in case of supply function, the intercept is negative C, so we are going to start with a negative value, and it's positively sloped, so this is the supply function. Point of intersection is point of equilibrium at Q star. Now we are going to substitute using equation number 4 in 1 or 2 in order to find the equilibrium quantity. Equation number 1, QD equals A minus PP. Equation number 4, B equals A plus C divided by B plus D. So we are going to substitute instead of B using its equation. So Q will be A minus B multiplied by A plus C divided by B plus D. So it will be A minus BA plus BC divided by B plus D. Now we would like to have a common denominator. So it's A B plus A D minus BA minus BC divided by B plus D. This is AB and this is BA. We can cancel them together. So the equilibrium quantity will be AD plus minus BC divided by B plus D. So this is how to get the equilibrium quantity mathematically. Example. If you know that QD equals 24 minus 2B and QS equals negative 5 plus 7B, and the required is to find the equilibrium price or quantity. First, we are going to neglect the negative sign. Then we have to find the value of A, B, C, and D in order to be able to find P star or equilibrium price and the Q star or equilibrium quantity. So it will be A equals 24, B equals 2, C equals 5, and D equals 7. Now we are going to substitute in B, which A plus C divided by B plus D. It will be 24 plus 5 divided by 2 plus 7. So it will be 29 divided by 9. It's almost a 3.22. And now we are going to find Q using the same way. It's AD minus BC divided by B plus D. It will be 24 multiplied by 7 minus 2 multiplied by 5 divided by 2 plus 7. It's almost 17.56. So the equilibrium price will be 3.22 and the equilibrium quantity will be 17.56. Another example. If you know that QD equals 51 minus 3P and QS equals 6P minus 10. So you have to determine the value of A, which is 51, B, which is 3, C, which is 6, and D, which is 10. Sorry. C, which is 10, and D, which is 6. Now we are going to substitute in the equations. B equals A plus C divided by B plus D, which is 51 plus 10 divided by 3 plus 9 plus 6, which is 9. So it's 61 divided by 9, which is 6.78. And then we are going to substitute in Q to find the equilibrium quantity as AD minus BC divided by B plus D. It will be 51 multiplied by 6 minus 3 multiplied by 10 divided by 3 plus 6. It will be 30.67. Okay, this is the case of equilibrium in case of linear models. What about the nonlinear one? In case of nonlinear models, we have more than one intersection, one equilibrium point. In this case, the demand or the supply curves are nonlinears. So this is, for example, the supply curve, okay, and this is the demand. So we are going to have two intersection points, two equilibrium points. So we have to find the two equilibrium points. For example, QD equals 4 minus B squared. So this is nonlinear. As it has a power more than 1. And the QS equals 4B minus 1. Equilibrium will be achieved when QD equals QS. Now we would like to find the equilibrium. Equilibrium will be achieved when QD equals QS. We are going to substitute using the value of QD, which is 4 minus B squared, and with the value of QS, which is 4B minus 1. So it will be okay. Now we would like to find an equation which is equivalent to 0 in order to make a factorization for this equation, or to solve it using a quadratic formula for solving the equations. So we have to convert it to be a single equation, to be in the form of a single equation. It will be (4b minus 1 minus 4 plus b squared equals 0). Now we can collect minus 1 and minus 4 together, so it will be b squared plus 4b minus 5 equals 0. We can use factorization or solve using the quadratic formula. Okay, if you are going to use factorization, so we are going to have two different brackets, b plus 5 and b minus 1, as b multiplied by b is b squared, b multiplied by 1 is negative b, b multiplied by 5 is 5b's, so the summation is 4b's. Multiplication of positive 5 and negative 5 is is negative 5, so it will be negative 5. This equals 0, so we can solve the two brackets. So the answer will be b plus 5 equals 0, or b minus 1 equals 0. So in the first case, b plus 5 equals 0, so b will be negative 5. And in the second case, b minus 1 equals 0, so b will be 1. Prices can't be negative, so we are going to neglect this answer, and the equilibrium price in this case will be 1. Okay, this is the end of our lecture today. Thank you.